You can bring the most diverse, culturally diverse people to the table you like. Red, yellow, black, white, gay, straight. Gosh, you can even bring women to the table. But if what is going on around the outside of them is intrinsically toxic, they are not going to perform. They are not going to give of their best. You are going to chip away at their self-esteem bit by bit, day by day, until finally what happens is they will check out their brains sometimes years before they check out their bodies. Therein is where unconscious bias lies. It's insidious, it goes quietly, and it is far more damaging than all of the more practical areas that you might have been prepared to look at. Diversity in and of itself is critically important to organisations. It's important that you have the numbers, it's important that you capture the data, it's important that your processes improve, and it's important that you're going out there with the right messages. Absolutely, and for sure. However, all of the rhetoric around diverse teams making better decisions is not necessarily true. Unless you create an inclusive environment in your organisation, then for all the good that you will do in hiring people of difference, all you'll end up doing is creating yourself a magic revolving door where they come in, detect the toxicity in the organisation, and then leave. If they're not part of your privileged crew, they are not going to stay, and they're certainly not going to do well. But what's an inclusive environment? Well, an inclusive environment is a place, an environment where everyone can excel, where everyone can be fantastic, where we're not expecting people to behave like us in order to get on. And within that inclusive environment, here's the rub. We have to ask leaders and managers to think differently. And when we ask them to think differently, we activate a fear inside them. We activate the fear that what they've achieved and where they are and the status that they've got to might well get chipped away when we bring difference in. Sometimes we're effectively asking turkeys to vote for Christmas. Inside that fear is also a fear that the only way you can create inclusion is to understand your unconscious mind. And I have to say, in the clients that we've worked with, where they've taken this on board, where a conversation around what's really ticking, what really lies beneath them, is one that is active in their talent management conversations, in their performance management conversations, that's where we see the difference made. You will never leverage diversity until you're prepared to look at the unconscious.